Have you ever felt like your brain is constantly swimming through thick honey? That heavy fog where even simple tasks feel like climbing a steep mountain. There is a hidden force stealing your attention right now without you knowing. It is not your phone, your emails, or your noisy neighbor's loud dog. It is a chemical loop wired deep inside your ancient human survival system. Society keeps telling you that focus is simply a matter of willpower. Just try harder and shut out all the world's many distractions around you. But modern neuroscience has uncovered a very different and troubling truth. Your brain is actually fighting against you every single moment of daylight. The real enemy is a molecule called dopamine and its sneaky trap. Think back to 2007 when the very first iPhone hit the stores. You were probably glued to a screen in your high school classroom. Your teacher scolded you for not paying attention to the lesson. You felt that tiny buzz of excitement from a simple text message. That buzz was not happiness, but a chemical trick inside your skull. Dopamine is not the pleasure chemical as many popular articles claim. It is actually the molecule of anticipation and eager future reward. It makes you crave the next swipe, the next like, the next ding. Now picture yourself at age 12 sitting in your childhood bedroom. You are playing a video game called World of Warcraft until midnight. Your mom yells at you to come eat your now cold dinner plate. You ignore her because you are so close to leveling up finally. That feeling of almost winning is the pure essence of dopamine's power. It does not care about your health, your grades, or your future self. It only cares about chasing that next shiny digital carrot on a stick. By 2012, the average human attention span had dropped to just 8 seconds. That is 1 second less than a goldfish swimming in its tiny bowl. Wait, that is insane. A fish can outlast you in a staring contest. Social media companies knew this fact and weaponized it against all of us. In 2016, a former Google executive named Tristan Harris blew the whistle. He revealed that our phones are designed like digital slot machines for brains. Every time you pull down to refresh, you are pulling a lever. You might get a like, a comment, or nothing at all today. That unpredictable outcome is what keeps your dopamine spiking like a rocket. You are trapped in a casino that fits right inside your pocket. Now imagine you are 22 and sitting in a quiet university library. You have a massive final exam worth 40% of your grade. You open your laptop to study, but a notification pops up instantly. You tell yourself you will just check it for 1 single minute. 3 hours later, you have watched 40 unrelated videos on YouTube. You have not written a single note about the French Revolution at all. You feel a deep sense of shame and failure washing over you. You blame yourself for being lazy or having a broken, weak brain. But science says that you are not the problem here at all. Your brain is responding exactly as evolution designed it to respond. Thousands of years ago, dopamine helped you find food and survive. It pushed you to explore new caves for berries and fresh water. That same system is now hijacked by infinite scrolling and bright colors. The myth is that addiction only happens to drug users and alcoholics. The truth is that behavioral addiction affects over 200 million people globally. In 2019, a study from Microsoft found that digital overload costs businesses $650 billion. That is lost productivity from employees constantly checking their social media feeds. Your focus is not a personal failing but a modern economic crisis. Consider the year 2020 when the whole world went into lockdown. You were stuck at home with nothing but your phone for company. You spent an average of 19 hours a week on social media. That is almost a full waking day lost to the endless scroll. You probably felt more anxious and lonely than ever before in life. The dopamine trap makes you feel connected while isolating you completely. It is a dark mirror reflecting a version of yourself that is empty. Now let us reframe this entire situation to see a hidden strength inside. Your brain's plasticity means you can rewire these destructive pathways over time. The very mechanism that traps you can also set you completely free. Think of dopamine as a wild horse that needs careful taming. You cannot kill the horse, but you can learn to ride it. In 2018, a researcher named Dr. Anna Lemke studied compulsive overconsumption deeply. She found that a 30-day dopamine fast resets your brain's reward system. That means no social media, no video games, and no junk food. After just 1 month, your sensitivity to small joys returns fully. A simple sunset or a good conversation will feel incredibly vibrant again. But here is the dark side that most self-help gurus avoid completely. You cannot and should not eliminate dopamine from your life entirely. Dopamine is essential for motivation, learning, and even falling in love. The goal is not abstinence, but intentional and mindful engagement with technology. You must become the architect of your own digital environment today. This means turning off all non-essential notifications from every single app. It means scheduling specific times to check your email and messages. It means deleting the apps that do not serve your highest purpose. In 2015, a study showed that merely having your phone visible reduces focus. Even if it is turned off, your brain is thinking about it. Your cognitive capacity drops by a shocking 10% just from sight. That is like losing a full letter grade on a school test. Wait, that is insane. Your phone does not need to buzz to distract you. Its silent presence is enough to fracture your precious attention span. Now, imagine you are 30 and sitting in a crowded office meeting. Your boss is presenting the quarterly earnings report to the whole team. You are physically present, but your mind is scrolling through Instagram mentally. You miss a crucial deadline change that costs your company $5,000. Your boss blames you for being careless and not paying close attention. But it was not carelessness. It was your brain seeking a dopamine hit. You are not a bad employee, but a victim of a billion-dollar design. The tech giants employ thousands of engineers to keep you hooked. They use bright red badges and autoplay videos to capture your gaze. They study your behavior to predict what will trigger your next click. This is not an accident, but a calculated war for your attention. Your attention is the most valuable currency in the 21st century economy. Every second you spend scrolling is a second of profit for them. Mark Zuckerberg, Evan Spiegel, and Jack Dorsey all know this secret. They do not let their own children use the products they create. That is the most telling detail about the danger of this trap. The validation you seek from strangers online is a fleeting ghost. It vanishes the moment you close the app and look at reality. You are chasing a high that will never ever fully satisfy you. The more you get, the more you need to feel normal again. This is called the hedonic treadmill, and we are all running fast. But there is a way off this exhausting and pointless digital treadmill. It starts with a single, hard, honest conversation with your own self. You must ask why you are reaching for your phone so often. Are you bored, lonely, anxious, or simply trying to escape something? Once you identify the trigger, you can replace the bad habit. Instead of scrolling, try taking a 5-minute walk around your block. Instead of checking likes, try calling a friend for a real chat. Instead of watching shorts, try reading a book for 10 minutes. These small changes create massive ripples in your neural pathways over time. You are not just saving time, but rebuilding your ability to think. Deep focus is a superpower in a world that promotes constant distraction. Your ability to read a book without checking your phone is rare. It is a skill that can make you incredibly valuable and successful. In 2009, a scientist named Clifford Nass studied multitasking and its effects. He found that heavy multitaskers are actually worse at filtering information. They are more distracted and less productive than single taskers. You are fooling yourself if you think you are good at multitasking. Your brain can only focus on one thing at a time effectively. When you switch, you lose time and energy on the transition. This is called the switching cost, and it is huge. It can add up to 40% loss in your daily productivity. So why do we keep doing this to ourselves day after day? Because the dopamine hit from a new notification feels so immediate. It feels like a reward, but it is actually a clever punishment. The punishment is the erosion of your ability to concentrate deeply. Now picture a world where you control your own attention completely. You wake up and do not reach for your phone immediately. You eat breakfast without watching a screen or reading the news. You have a real conversation with your family without any digital interruption. You feel a sense of calm and clarity that you have forgotten. This is not a fantasy, but a very achievable reality for everyone. It requires discipline and a clear understanding of the trap's mechanics. You must recognize the difference between urgent and truly important tasks. Your phone will always try to convince you everything is urgent, but almost nothing on your screen is more important than your peace. In 2017, a survey found that people check their phones 150 times daily. That is once every 6.5 minutes during waking hours. Wait, that is insane. You interrupt your own flow constantly all day. Each interruption takes about 23 minutes to fully recover from. You are spending your entire day recovering from self-inflicted digital wounds. The irony is that you are using a tool to escape work. But that tool has become your master and your primary source of stress. You are working harder and harder, but achieving less and less. The dopamine trap is the great equalizer of our modern generation. It affects the rich, the poor, the young, and the old equally. No one is immune to its powerful, seductive, and destructive pull. But recognizing the trap is the very first step to escaping it. You are here, watching this video, because you feel the problem. You know something is wrong with your ability to just be still. That awareness is the secret weapon that the tech giants fear. They do not want you to know how their products really work. They want you to stay addicted and compliant and easily distracted. Your rebellion starts with the simple act of putting your phone down. It starts with reading a long article without skipping to the end. It starts with watching a movie without checking your social media feed. These acts of defiance are how you reclaim your stolen mental power. You are not broken or flawed or weak for falling into this trap. You are human, and you are fighting against a supercomputer in your pocket. The system is rigged against you, but you can still win. You can choose to be the master of your attention again. You can choose to live a life of depth rather than shallow noise. The next time you feel the urge to check your phone, pause. Ask yourself if this action aligns with your goals and your values. If it does not, then simply close the app and walk away. You will feel uncomfortable, and that discomfort is the sign of growth. It is the feeling of your brain rewiring itself back to health. Think of it like a muscle that has atrophied from lack of use.